I think one died.
A perfect strike! Oh!
Strike!
Still stuck in the pit, huh? Not my problem.
Don't hold back!
Attack!
Here we go. As if you thought you were actually banned. Yeah, pit spells are pretty good. This guy's just screwed for a while. I'm pretty sure I can drop the pit spell. But like, why? You didn't cast it. Sadly, no. Oh, so I just have to wait. Magar. Over here. Alright. Can I throw a bomb in there? I don't have bombs. What is it? Why is it pausing periodically? There we go. Alright, well, disappointing that I had to kill them, but...
Now, this is something.
The path is clear.
Hey, there's that thing. Petrified egg. Alright, so now I can come back here. At least I know that this says, like, return to Varnhold now. There's nothing else to do in Dunsword. Varnhold awaits. Okay, so I would go back to the capital. So there is something. I can do the dragon thing. It's weird that it didn't give me a quest for that. Oh, they're dead. I was like, why? Why no put gem back in socket? Oh, I don't have my party selected. That would help. Okay, okay, hold on. So we have... what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 2 like this. And like that. And then there are some here, 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 here. So that looks like number 1.
First, a mercenary who dreamt of becoming a baron. Now a baron
time
longing
has
for a
come.
simple mercenary life. Something is wrong with me.
We should move.
I think this will work. I don't think the mammoth needs to be there, but... like, maybe the mammoth can hit buttons? I don't know. Okay. So that's number 2. No. So that's number 3. Alright, well in that case, you guys
I'll
come
go
stand
ahead.
over here.
Let us bide our time.
Wait. 1. Okay. 2. 3. 4. Oh. This is going to get more annoying as time goes on, isn't it?
Let us be careful.
No? Is it literally the last one? Quite literally the very last one I tried. Okay. 4? Alright. That's not 5. Okay. Or not this one. Is it this one? No. What's up, Nani? Nani? Okay. That's 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 7. 8. 9. In the center? 10. Okay. Wand of Heal and a helmet. Headband of Mental Perfection plus 4? What? Plus 4 to Intelligent Wisdom and Charisma. How do I give that to a dragon? Man. The helmet gives plus 5 competence on perception and nature checks, and grants the ability to cast True Strike 3 times per day. Yikes. Take that off. I don't need the nature checks on her, but the perception and True Strike are really good on her. Oh, does he just want the wand? Heal enables you to channel positive energy into a creature to wipe away injury and afflictions. It immediately ends any and all of the following adverse conditions. Ability damage. Blinded, confused, dazed, dazzled, diseased, exhausted, fatigued, nauseated, poisoned, sickened, and stunned. Also cures for 10 hit points of damage per level of the caster, up to a maximum of 150 at the 15th level. I'm tempted to just use the wand and then give him the, if he wants the wand, I'll just use all the charges and then give him a charge-free wand. Like, here's the wand you wanted. I use it? Belts. Oh, don't do that. Use this on... Wait. Everybody clump up. Save before? Yeah, it's a good idea, just in case I give him a wand and he's all pissed that it doesn't have any charges. I wonder if the game even looks for that. Wand on her. Wand on him. Failed. Yeah, failing doesn't use a charge. The wand is destroyed. I didn't know that. Where the hell's the dragon? Here he is. I found it. I consented. Give me what you promised. Take it and fly away. Alright, so I used 2 of them. The artifact disappears from Magar's hands. The dragon is surrounded by a flash of power, and you watch as his wounds close. His wings straighten, entirely healed. He gives Magar a cruel but clever look. Well, human, you expect a treacherous attack, do you not? And not only expecting it, but you're longing for it. Thus, you could boast of your generosity in helping a poor wounded creature while still making away with the loot. Fortunately for you, I do honor my arrangements. So I am leaving for now. Take your reward. Bracers of deflection and a cloak of the lion.
I spotted something.
Fortunately for you, I do honor my... Oh, I am leaving now. Don't you feel vaguely unsatisfied? I do. A little sad. We could have fought a dragon, but we didn't. It is time you get married, my friend. You can battle an angry dragon every evening. She's gone. He doesn't need a wife for that. He has you. A dragon is a living, thinking creature. I'm not saddened that we spared its life. Ah, women. Yeah, exactly. It's not the best idea to spend all our strength fighting a dragon when our Baron faces so many other problems. Yeah, I always found that weird that, like... It's like an older generation mentality of all like, ugh, my wife, lame. Yeah, the old ball and chain, ugh, and I'm all like, that's not really like as much of a thing nowadays as it was back in like, I don't know, the 40s or 50s or whenever that was like the meme. 50s memes, am I right? Now it's like, LOL, Matt loves his wife. And I'm like, yeah, that's why we got married. He doesn't need a wife for that, he has you. Magar bends in half with laughter, either at your words or at the indignant expression on Cephal's face. What would we ever do without your jokes, General? Remember boys under 15, the 1950s? Are you under 15? Jesus Christ. Having finished laughing, he looks at you. As for a potential marriage, I humbly hope it may resemble a loyal alliance and not a battle with a monster. So the future Lady Varn will put up with you and your escapades for years, offer a shoulder to lean on when there's trouble, and won't run off or bite off your head. Are you you sure there's another woman like that in all of Galarian besides me? There is. It's Jerdy. However, in her eyes, I'm an insolent greenhorn who hasn't entered my 5th decade. The most I could expect from her is to adopt me. I'm afraid that rather narrows down the list of candidates for the role of Baroness. I'm left with literally no choice. Fine, enough idle talk. Let's go. Yeah, I will take all of that. What? See no enemy here. Why did it pause? Weird. Did I talk with the dragon? Yeah, they just left. Speaking of which, I did get some cool stuff. Keen, short sword, and a short spear. Somebody uses short swords here, don't they? You do. Short sword +1, masterwork, keen. Give you a keen short sword here. Armor. Does anybody use a shield? I don't think so. No? Nobody uses shields. Hide armor +2. What else did we get? My wife is putting her clothes away. Help, the earth is ending. Bracers of Deflection. These bracers give the wearer +2 deflection bonus to AC and the ability to cast shield twice a day like a level 5 wizard. Deflection bonus. Give it to the cleric. Cleric needs to stay alive. And what is this? The cloak gives its wearer +3 resistance on all saving throws. If the wearer is lawful good, the bonus is increased to 5. If the wearer is a paladin, they gain the ability to spend 1 use of their smite evil ability to grant all allies in range of 20 feet immunity to fear for a number of rounds equal to the wearer's paladin level. Jesus. Alright, a lawful good character. You're lawful good. Who else here is lawful good? Literally no one else. Alright, so I guess you're wearing this. Alright, so now he gets +5 on all saving throws. That's nice. Does that show up down at the bottom? Holy God, he needs them. Okay, I think that's it. I need to put this wand back on Cephalopod, or whatever his name is. Man, there's a big chunk of this map I haven't explored yet. Microwave killed your Wi-Fi? Yeah, that'll happen. How do I like the DLC so far? It is fun, albeit surprisingly difficult. Oh, the skeletal dude. Yeah, let's not run in on that skeletal soldier just yet. Earth Elemental. There's just one skeleton down here in the corner? No, there's a few. The nightmare skeletons.
We shall overcome.
No, don't do that.
I'll go ahead.
Okay.
This will hurt!
They're weak. Undead is weak to fire. You didn't finish it on your first run? I don't have an easy fire spell, so we'll just stick with acid for now. Dog. Oh, there's a lot of them? You don't have boom, everything evil takes damage. You do have searing light, though. Bone Shaker? I bet that's really effective against skeletons, considering they are only bones. Don't fucking hit anything. It's 3 versus 6, and you still can't hit it. God.
Believe in yourselves.
Dog like bones. Whoa, dog, why you move? Why are you switching targets? I'm literally hitting you with everybody else.
This should do it. Attack!
Don't hit anything. I didn't actually activate that, did
On
I?
your knees.
Undead are not weak to fire? Since when? Sit those dogs on the archer down there. That's been a thing with undead since in like every system I've ever touched. Weak to fire. $300 rope? Holy crap, where'd you get all that? Yeah, where'd you get all that rope? I caught when I had like 4 or 5 rope and put a bunch in storage. Oh, it was a quest reward. That's weird. Never want for rope again, apparently. And this guy cannot hit anything to save his life. That one's dead.
A calculated risk. You should have run!
This guy is never gonna hit this skeleton.
Attack!
Fight me! Victory is near!
Yeah, stab him.
Press on!
You walked 5 feet. Why can't you stab him? Alright, fuck it. Mastodon, no! Hey, Mastodon, yes! No, Mastodon.
Strike!
Hey, he finally hit something. Sick. Masterwork, masterwork, masterwork. Ah.
Together we stand.
Patritium Durinos. Patritium Durinos.
The path is clear.
Maybe we just leave. I'm getting dumpstered literally everywhere. Maybe we just get out of here. Ooh, where is this? Leather armor +1. Yeah, I'll take that.
It's a pity we had to fight the centaurs. They live in my land, so they're my subjects too.
They will never accept you as their ruler, nor will they live peacefully with humans in lands they deem their own. Do not pity them. They made the choice to reject civilization and continue living as animals. I believe we should set up a camp for the night.
This isn't gonna fix the death's door, though. All right, what do we got? Fuck. What's that, like an undead Cyclops? What is this? Yeah, zombie Cyclops.
Believe in yourselves!
This will hurt.
Immunity to a lot of stuff. Not immune to fire or acid. Okay. One down.
You shall pay.
A solid plan.
Yikes, dude. No, I wanted to loot. Damn. This fucking guy. Oh no. I told the 3 tieflings in Kaliki's house to measure something? What the hell are you talking about? The man you just saved catches his breath. Oh, you're talking to Graves. Sorry. As if he had just been zigzagging away from the pursuers. His clothing and equipment are an odd mix of quality, durable items, and pompous decorative elements. Even his shirt seems cut specifically to provide an unobstructed view of his chest, which is now adorned with 2 gold chains. Baron Varn, your grace. What fortunate meeting you here. Until now, I've only met unpleasant guests on my morning escapades. He smiles at the stranger and extends his hand in friendship to him as an equal. He also stands in such a way as to capture the stranger's attention while not blocking your view or Cephal's. Greetings, and you are? Willis Gunderson, your grace, apparently flattered by the attention. Scientist, traveler, and researcher of antiquities, at your service. It's a pleasure to see that my barony attracts such educated people, and it is most regrettable that they must face such difficulties. Where did that creature come from? I've no idea. I was enjoying the view and taking notes when an ill-mannered simpleton stepped into the light. I politely asked him to step aside and allow me to finish, but he wouldn't listen. When I turned around, I knew he couldn't have, for zombies have as much reason as manners. Look at the traveler. I need to roll a 15, and I have plus 18. Perfect. While Magar entertains the traveler in conversation, you carefully examine his gear and clothes. The first thing that strikes your attention is an intricate yellowish jade bracelet on his wrist. You can tell by his ragged state that Wireless has been on the road for at least a few days, and indeed, from all appearances, mostly off-road. World knowledge. Bracelet looks carved of a whole piece of jade of unusual hue. Even from a distance, you can see the patterns that decorate it. Obviously signs of a relic's origin. The item came from an ancient Cyclops empire, but what it's doing here? How did this hapless traveler acquire it? Oh, well now, this Cyclops is much more polite, isn't he? My friend, why don't you tell us about the bracelet you're wearing? You wouldn't lie to a baron and his men, would you? So you're an antiquities dealer? The bracelet you're wearing is certainly ancient, isn't it? Uh, let's do intimidate. You wouldn't lie to your baron, would you? Someone is conducting a bit of theater, Cephal mumbles, drawing a sneer from Magar. I did succeed, though. The joyful mood drops from Gunderson's face. He looks at you askance and fiddles with his bracelet hesitantly. Oh, this knick-knack is my latest find. I found it on the river shore, and it would seem the water washed it out of some ancient burial mounds. No doubt it is very ancient, and may have serious scientific value. I haven't dated it precisely. You must understand, such things take time, but I swear, Desna herself guided my hand. Magar approaches and pats the lad on the shoulder, gently taking the bracelet from his hand so he can, before he can object. This is quite interesting. The barony doesn't yet boast of its scientific achievements, but I think we can find a specialist who would be able to determine the bracelet's origin. If this is a precious item, your efforts in finding it will be generously rewarded. Here, take this in advance. He takes a purse from his belt and hands it to him. Where did you say you found it? By the river. He seems taken aback by the expropriation of the bracelet, but regains his smile when he feels the weight of the purse he'd just been handed. I'm only happy to help in any way I can, Baron Varn. With your connections, we'll surely discover the origin of this find. And meanwhile, I may employ my time on something just as useful. Did you know that besides scientific articles, I also write fiction? Cannot pass up the opportunity to write about the exploits of the Varnling host. Chronicle your first steps as Baron. You wouldn't mind, would you? So long as they don't ask me to sit for a portrait. I was born to a noble family, so my childhood was wasted on sitting with my mother and brothers for a train of grand portraits. I was only spared the torture after I covered my waistcoat in tar and lit a pretty feathered beret on fire. So long as you'll spare me such torments, Willis, I don't mind what you do. You should find some place to settle in Varnhold and get to work. I will send word when I receive news about the bracelet, as you wish, Your Grace. It's a pleasure dealing with you. This guy reminds me of, who's the dude in Mass Effect who you run into, like, in all 3 games, and he's just a dunce the whole time? I forget his name. Definitely Garrus. That's it. It is Garrus. You're right. Garrus is the idiot. Magar follows him with his eyes for a time and then scoffs. Well, that went well. Of course, the lad is lying through his teeth, but we got more from him than we had hoped. Varn looks pensively at the bracelet. Why did you invite this Gunderson to Varnhold anyway? Do we really need even more foolish treasure hunters in this backwater? My mercenary gut. 9 times out of 10, when my gut tells me to keep my eyes peeled, the situation's about to get bad. Of course, there's always a 10th time, and my gut is merely predicting a severe hangover, but I don't think that's the case this time. Maybe Gunderson really is a charming chatterbox, and he ran into a dead Cyclops by accident. Maybe the bracelet is simply a piece of jewelry, but something in the story doesn't sit right. Conrad Werner, yeah. I suspect he lied about finding it by the river. He'd clearly been wandering for days through dungeons by the look of it. Didn't I tell you, Cephal, there's something wrong here? The bracelet is an ancient Cyclops relic. It doesn't take a specialist to see that. I agree. Perhaps we should find a Cyclops treasure around the corner. This does not alter the fact that our leader continues to leap at every shadow and make a fool of himself for random passing strangers. Instead of focusing on important matters such as engaging in the barony's politics, the lad finds an ancient Cyclops relic in a dungeon, runs out with zombie Cyclops at his heels. I see no mystery on what happened here. A keen nose and an eagle eye. I hope the dead Cyclops is the only thing that crawled out of wherever the lad stole it from. What a story. What a story. We've hardly solved our problems with the centaurs, and we've already gained a whole new rhythm, and a personal chronicler along with it. We should look more closely at his paltry rhymes. Cephal, take the bracelet and see what you can make of it. Gwendolyn, keep an eye on our new friend. Visit him in Varnhold when you have some time. Maybe you'll manage to pry something else out of him. That's it. Hello. I'll take that. I'm gonna leave that skeletal archer up there by himself. Thank you very much. You wish Jubilist was here? Me too, dude. I like his bombs. Fuck, dude, come on. Now you, my dear readers, have finally learned how I, Willis Gunderson, author of this tale, first entered the acquaintance of Baron Varn and his companions. But as much as I would like to delve into this remarkable meeting, I must remind you myself that by no means I am the main character of this book. Perhaps one day it will occur to Baron Varn or the General to mention me in their memoirs, for surely our encounters must have made an impression upon them as well. Jesus Christ. As fate would have it, the party had another adventure before returning to Varnhold. Having decided to take a shortcut, they find themselves in an area with strange furrows and crisscrossing ground here and there. Baron Varn and his companions are cautious and approach unnoticed as a young centaur whoop and leap from one furrow to another. After a moment, Baron Varn prepares to call out to the creature. You killed that little shit? Oh, Willis? Or Jubilist? Let's get the Baron to stop and watch. Alright, the centaur frolics down the path and straight into trouble. As it turns out, another leap and the ground explodes in a fountain of dirt and stone, and the muzzle of a great monster suddenly appears straight out of the earth, right under the centaur's tender hooves. With barely a glance, the seasoned Varnling host recognizes the monster as a bullet, a sleek predator with attacks from its prey from under the ground. The terrified centaur manages to twist away and escape with his life. The monstrous jaws have cut deep wounds into his legs and side, but at least it hasn't crushed him. The boy's painful scream echoes through the air while the dull, grumbling beast prepares for another attack. Baron Varn takes up his sword, steadfastly settling on the manor himself. The general leads the charge relying on his vigorous attacking skills, or the general touches the Baron on his sleeve and quickly whispers a plan. She suggests that they approach the monster silently rather than rush at it full speed. Let's try stealth. Success. Reasoning that such a subterranean monster is unlikely to rely on its vision, the warriors of Varnhold host move silently forward, dancing from one boulder to the next, carefully never to touch the soil. The general's plan is a success, and they're able to approach the monster undetected. As they draw near, the warriors strike in unison, throwing all of their might into a single precise and deadly attack. The wounded beast roars and tries to escape underground. Know what I mean, Varn? Oh, no. Ah. The general and the Baron exchange glows, nod silently, and attack the beast with finishing blows. Could this monster withstand a united attack of the battle-hardened comrades? The answer would be a decisive no. With the second blow, it roars one final time, and then its lifeless flesh sinks onto the ground. Another glorious victory. Bullet, bone plates, and diamond dust times 11. General and the Baron eye the battlefield. Despite the victory, the young centaur is losing blood quickly and has but moments to live. Luckily, the team had meads to aid him. Baron Varn greets the boy and strikes up a conversation. Cephal, mumbling something about reckless risks for questionable purposes, approaches the beast's lifeless corpse and starts performing some calculations. Meanwhile, the general decides that it's the perfect moment to learn more about centaurs. The centaur says his name is Royko, but it sounds more like a nickname than a real one. He is manifestly stunned by the courage of Baron and his people. He hesitantly prepares to go on his way, explaining that the tribe would soon notice his absence and that he might be punished for talking with the two-leg. The general delicately manages to get some further information from him. For the most part, it only amounts to what the team already knows, but they learn that the centaur belong to the Noman tribe and that their leader is one Akora Silverflyer, a name Royko speaks with a fiery awe of youth. The Noman centaurs consider themselves guardians of this land and stand ready to defend it from any invasion. Royko also tells them with a sigh that the tribe is very small, unlike the olden days. War and disaster have taken their toll, and the other tribes no longer want to deal with the Noman. Royko's words make it seem as though the other centaur tribes consider his tribe perhaps a little mad. Saying warm goodbyes to the young centaur, the Baron nods, content with his own thoughts, and leads the party on to Varnhold.
I do not like that Gunderson, even if he is not a spy. And mind you, I still have my doubts. Vagabonds like him always bring trouble.
I can't keep all the vagabonds from breaking their necks in the ruins. At least if he finds something interesting, he'll bring it to us, not Brevoy.
After a daring raid into the lands of wild centaurs, Baron Varn and his companions return home, and I, Wylas Gunderson, had the honor of company. A time of peace has come at last. Varnhold greets one serene dawn after another, but in this dark land, I dread to think what awaits us. Varnhold is peaceful and sleepy in the early dawn. It is still a small settlement and not quite yet a town, but striving towards it. It seems to be smiling at you and Baron Vaughn as the window panes flash in the morning sun, but Magar seems...
I'm not sure if it's the right time for this conversation, but I just feel like chatting today. You know, while we were living like a gang of mercenaries, I never tried to make any plans for the future. Never even imagine a happy and proud picture. Myself in 10 years, who had made all his dreams come true. I considered it bad luck. I'm a little superstitious like that. And it's easier when you're not thinking about your future. It's not so scary to dash into risky situations. But I have this new title, Anne Varnhold. It's strange how it can change a person. I've started contemplating things I never used to think about before, and ask myself questions I never even used to ask. I see my warriors and companions in a new light, and you. I'm boring you, aren't I? Let's consider this a scouting mission. I'm sending out my patrols, trying to figure out if there's a chance that my vis-a-vis might decide to change her disposition towards me, to a closer one.
We've known each other for a while. Why haven't you talked about this before?
That's a good question. Probably because just a year ago we were living from one fight to the next. And the only thing I could offer a woman was a night in my tent and a chance to become a widow before she ever became a wife.
Scouts report back that the maneuver you were asking about is more than possible.
Not a single report has ever made me so happy. Wait, who's that running after us?
I don't know who this is. Jurdy is looking for you urgently. Jurdy approaches Varn. A wince crosses her grim face, but she speaks not a word. Hands in a dog.
Aha! I see you've included everything, just as I asked. Thank you, Kiadi.
I've been pronouncing that perfectly this whole time.
Magar, what does this mean? Tell me, what am I to make of this?
I sent some much-needed aid to our neighbors in the Shrike Hills. They're our only possible allies in the coming carnage. Cephal, I know your opinion, but be realistic. The Aldori are not our friends. We can't count on them for help if something happens. We're expendable.
You will not preach realism to me, you naive boy. Yes, we are bargaining chips to them. That is exactly what I'm basing my politics on. A delicate contraption which you are smashing to bits. War will come to Brevoy, even you can see that. But as long as it hasn't yet begun, you can scarcely do better than pretending to be the Eldori's most loyal vassals.
Cephal, you're not making any sense. You say an alliance with the Aldori will end in a bloodbath. That surely means we best keep away from them.
And how are you going to manage that? Perhaps Varnhold will grow a pair of legs and we shall ride it to the other end of Avestan. Or maybe we'll erect sails across the barony and sail far, far away from Brevoy. No, you don't think it will work? And stop dreaming of isolating the country. We're already a part of this game, and we will not be able to leave it when the smoke clears from the final battlefield. Listen to me carefully, you three. Yes, Heri, this involves you too. Things are looking bad. First, the land here is fertile, but its most bountiful crop is Cyclopes' graves. Second, it shares a border with the Obaria, well known for its epidemics. Gods forbid the wind carries the next plague here. Settlers are reluctant to come here as it is. I can scarcely blame them. Do not become too attached to Varnhold. This is but a stepping stone. Our real prize lies to the west. But what does Varn do? He sends them gifts. Better to send them assassins. Without their baron, the Shrike Hills would descend into a struggle for power, and Silver Step and the Canelands would fall to us soon after.
Such villainy!
Do not interrupt your regent, Varn, or relieve me of the position this instant. Now, what is the most important thing here? The Aldori are afraid of unleashing war. They know that if they tried to separate from Brevoy without some kind of outside support, the Sotova would crush them. So we must convince them that we are their most loyal allies. We will stoke the Aldori into an uprising. When the unrest picks up, we shall strike them in the back and make them fight on two fronts. While you, Your Grace, were drinking wine at the feast, I was busy acquiring a map of Nivotka's Crossing. Look at these fortifications. If we could seize this town, we'd win a significant piece of Brevik land along with it. After we've assisted the Sotova in hanging the Aldori on the gates, they will allow us to keep part of what we have seized as reward. Then we will have peace and prosperity.
Get out of my sight, Cephal. Get out! Never would the name of Magar Varn be tarred with such abominable villainy. It never happened while I was leader of a mercenary party, and won't happen now that I'm Baron.
Great Asmodeus, what did I do to deserve this punishment? Why do I deal with you at all? I should have taken my share and retired a long time ago. I'll be off somewhere soon enough. To Absalom or Cheliax. I shall read books on the porch and drink wine, while you do whatever you want. Burn the city down and get yourself killed. Come to me later. We need to talk.
I can't believe my ears. Must the history of our country begin with such villainy? Oh, Cephal. Cephal. Well. Let the old devil cool off. I'll talk to him later. Is that all, Kiadi?
Dwarf shrugs and hands him
I
something
see.
else.
So, we've got a revolutionary from Galt on our hands. A tavern keeper writes us. She saw the revolutionary walking around, stirring up the people for an uprising. Well, you're the general? You go and deal with it. Talk to the tavern keeper. Find out where to look for this instigator. Well, far be it from me to teach you how to do your job. When you finish, report back to me. By the gods, what a worry. Uprisings, intrigues, these damn letters. That Gunderson and his bracelet. And the Baron has to see to all of that, and listen to everyone's complaints while he's at it. What a nuisance.
Agreed. Wait, hold on. Okay. Yeah, exactly. All right. I think we're going to go ahead and stop there for tonight, everybody.